Thanks for
Nice to
taking
meet you,
time out.
Tom.
Come fucking hang out with me.
Not bad for a Saturday afternoon, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, get to talk metal. Like, what more can you ask for, right?
That's it. I've been playing it for long enough, so I got a little bit of knowledge.
Just a little bit.
Just a touch. Just a
I was
touch.
I was looking. Sacrifice started in '83. I'm like, holy shit! Hold on. How old was I? I was like 7.
Yeah, it's been a long journey for sure. Yeah. Man, I came in around 85, so it
Okay.
was
Well,
yeah. And yeah, so I mean this year is our 40th anniversary basically. So by the time we get to probably September, then we'll be breaking out the old oh look, this fucking album and this demo is now 40 years of age. Exorcism especially because Brian well, we did that at Acusonic Studios in the building that now is called Much Music and right down Queen and Peter Street. So for to come full circle now has been pretty fucking awesome, man.
yeah.
I can honestly tell you, like, uh, I've been listening to our new record now for pretty much 18 months, and every time I listen to it, I want to rip the fucking steering wheel out of my car and whip it at people. But
Yeah.
that's where I'm at. But it's been great. Yeah, I've been pretty happy.
Yeah. I would say so too. I think like the album as a whole is it's fucking fantastic. Like start to finish. I'm on my
Thank you.
third time through it, and
Sorry, hang on. Oh, jeez. Hang on.
you're good.
All of a sudden, I push and your thing disappeared. Hang on. Are you there?
I'm here.
Hang
Yeah.
on, Tom. There you are. There you are. So, okay, let's retrace that. So
Hold
you,
on. Hold on.
it's
I'm gonna get this rolling and we'll fucking delve all into all of it. And just so
okay,
you know,
perfect.
I'm just super conversational, so we'll just have some fun, see where we go.
It's fucking great. I'm happy to be here.
Hell yeah. Hey everyone, we're here with Gus from Canada's Sacrifice. If you don't know him, you should fucking check him out. What a killer. I'm gonna call it thrash, but there are elements of so crazy to think like elements of death and the thing that I just told you, Gus, that I really enjoy the album. Like I said, I'm on my third time through it. It's not released yet, which is haha. Um
Don't you feel a little bit greedy, eh?
fuck yeah, I do. Uh, but it has all of the elements that I love and I what made me fall in love with metal in the first place.
Amazing.
Like it's
Fucking
just
amazing.
it's so
Amazing.
fucking what a killer fucking album. You said it makes you want to rip the steering wheel off and throw it at people. Like,
I've had that feeling ever since I had the final mix last June. When Darius sent it to me, he sent it to me. He goes, Gus, I'm gonna send it to you in album form. Basically, he sent me the whole thing in one of those sharing apps because the thing's in fucking megabytes, and in order to download it all to my phone, it was like over like 600 megabytes, almost a full gig or something. And yeah, fuck, man, I put it in album fucking spacing, and I thought, man, oh man, if we do it this way and the spacing is like that on the album and on the CD and there's no fucking gaps, I said, man, people are gonna fucking they're not gonna fucking believe it because
right.
I knew then that Rob had laid it out in such a manner that yeah, it's like it fucking flows into itself. I've never had a I didn't think it was possible for a metal album to do that, but this fucking one does.
It does. And it's like just like you said, right into the fucking next song. There's not a like for me, I don't feel like there's ever a fucking lull in it at all. It's like I'm afraid to go to a live show because I'm old and I don't want to break a fucking hip. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know, man. I've known people around me getting them fixed and shit. I know I'm 57 now, so yeah, that shit is all fucking pertinent for me. Gotta watch what you eat.
yeah. So the last album you guys put out was 16 years ago.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yeah, the Condemned album. Fuck, man. I've been playing now. Everybody knows I kicked my shit to the fucking curb around 1990, and I took 12 years off. I had two daughters. I've been married. Fuck, man. This will be We married in 91, so 34 years this year to my
Congratulations.
wife. Yeah, thank you very much. And I've had a charmed life, honestly. My kids are good. And I took the 12 years off. It was healthy. Um, Ironically, my dad was the one that fucking kicked me in the ass and said, "Is that your shit sitting in the corner?" I was like, "Yeah, that's it." So he ripped them out, set them up, and I came home one day after work and I told him, "What the fuck is that?" He goes, "That's your drums." He goes, "Yeah, I set them up." I said, "Sue's gonna fucking kill you, man." I said, "She hasn't heard fucking any drumming now for 12 years." I said, you want to create a fucking war." So next thing you know, man, and she come home, she bitched about it, scoffed at it, and the very next day, I sat down on him. He came downstairs. He goes, "Fuck, I'm never gonna get them back." I
Nope.
said, "Thanks, man." So it's been that fucking journey since 2001, give or take 2002. So yeah, yeah, if I sat here, looked at you in the face and said that all that shit came back to me in a heartbeat, I'd be fucking lying to you, because I had
Right.
to not relearn to play, but relearn to find me.
Yeah.
And that's been a fucking journey now for 20 plus years. So I've been happy about it. I'd be lying to you if I didn't say I was fucking terrified like a motherfucker when Condemned came out, because I felt like, I don't know, man. I don't know if people are gonna feel what I felt, and I don't feel what I felt in 1990. And I said, I'm a little, I'm a bit on the fence about this album. And then it comes out and everybody's like, "Fuck, man, this is the greatest fucking comeback album in fucking 16 years." So
Yes.
the number 16 again comes up, and they're like, "Well, it takes you guys fucking 16 years to write a new one. Sorry, man. It takes us 16 years to find the perfect record or the perfect songs." Not that he didn't have demoed shit and stuff that along the way, but yeah,
Yeah.
it got to the point where he there was a few practices there after Condemned came out, maybe year 5, year 6. He looked at me and he said, "I got nothing." I get it, man. I said, "Fucking just demo shit, keep sending me stuff." And I said, sooner or later shit'll stick. And it did.
Well, I think the thing with music is like good music. There's not a timeline on when it needs to come out, right? Especially from a creative perspective. It's not like
Right.
what everyone says, don't wait till you're in the mood, force it, but you fucking can't.
Uh,
Like you really have to you
it,
have to be
it,
in the mood to
yeah,
write what
well,
you're looking at.
I mean, being around Rob all these fucking years, I know, right? I mean, when he's inspired, fuck, man. It's like when he gave me Condemned, he had 7 songs written. He gave it to me all on disc, and I listened to all of them. I said, I don't think I really should change any of the fucking drumming ideas you've created. And basically, all I did was just replicate and then add my own flavor. And if you listen to the fucking demos and you listen to that album, they're pretty close in regards to what we've done.
Yeah.
So here we are, fucking 16 years later. I'd say 2015, 2014, we start feeling like Comatose was written, Underneath Millennia was written, and um, and then we started forging forward, and here we are, like 9 songs after that. So did I think we'd get to this? There were certain things that came my way from him that I couldn't fucking resist. And World War V, he sent me a 20. Listen, to be honest, he sent me a 20 track fucking demo over the pandemic, or just before the pandemic, and I took it and I flipped. I was like, some of this stuff is great, some of it is not. I said, I'm gonna fucking play with it. So I end up going to a buddy of mine's place just outside of Toronto here in Acton, and I demoed everything with my old V kit. And then after I demoed it, I gave it to him, and he was like, "Fuck, man, that's too much shit." I said, "Okay." I said, "What about World War V?" He goes, "Perfect." So he took that. That's where the single came from. And then we took those drums from that session, and we just overproduce them and then put the fucking single out. So that's my rolling kit back in 2020, I guess. I'd say I did that 2021, the summer of. I think it's pretty. I think it was 2020 though. Everything had stopped moving and shit. So
Nothing
I
was
just,
going anywhere.
yeah,
Yeah.
nothing was going on. So I just slid my drums over to Brian Shelton's place, who he's been our buddy now. He's been my friend for fucking forever, like since 20 probably 2002. And he got me, to be honest, he got me reconnected to metal in general. I had no fucking idea who Meshuggah was, and then you can name all the bands that came out in the 90s that had spectacular drummers. I listened to them. And I was like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck am I? And as soon as I seen Lamb of God and seen Chris Adler, I said, this is fucking stupid, man. I'm never going to be able to play like this. And everybody's like, no, no, we don't want you to play like that. We want you to be you.
Right.
I'm like, yeah. And I fucking get it, right, Tom? You know what I'm saying? Like it was
Well, that's the beauty, right?
it's a simple philosophy. But for me, I was, you're terrified. You gotta learn to play thrash again. Can you play like you did in 1990 when you recorded fucking Soldiers of Misfortune? Dude, man, that fucking album, you know how many years I played that record? Almost 2.5 years before we
Yeah.
even recorded it. So that's when people put that fucking thing on and hear me play it. That's 14 hours of recording, 14 fucking hours, man, in one session. And I laid that whole album down on a 2-inch tape. You know how scary tape
Oh,
is? The light comes on, and
oh
you're
yeah.
saying to yourself, man, I can't cheat. I
I
can't
better hit
pretend.
this motherfucker, right?
Yeah, yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta fucking you gotta lay it all on the line in that one session. That was probably the cockiest I've ever been about recording a fucking record. I had it perfect in my head. I just had to put it on tape. Now you roll us fucking ahead. Um, you
Dude,
know,
it's so
you know what I'm
easy to
saying,
punch
Tom?
in and out now, do whatever the fuck you need to do,
Yeah,
and that,
fuck, man. I couldn't believe it when they had me come back and I started recording again. I'm like, and then they told me about Pro Tools. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding, right? You wait, Gus. And then we did Condemn with Darius, and I couldn't believe it. Like there's for me, there's no mistakes on the record. You can't hear any mistakes.
right.
Although when I was listening to the playbacks and I started picking stuff out, he goes, "Don't worry, man. We'll come in. We'll fix all that shit." And all of a sudden he goes, "Okay, play along. All right, you're in." And then they just leave me alone. And then I get to a certain part. He goes, "Okay, you're finished."
You're
So
like,
I did that. It was like revelations, man. Honestly, to go through those first 5 years and then to go through what I went through in the first 2 3 years back with Rob was revelations for me. So yeah, to get to this point, to do this record, I knew what was coming. So there was no fucking fooling with me this time I only needed 4 days. uh, I had a mission. We walked in the studio, Tom, and the thing smelled like, I can't even describe how great it smelled. All I know is that everything from the moment we got there till the time we finished, I was like, fuck, man. And then we gave it to the boys, and they were pretty stoked about it. It took a little bit while to get it done. Huge stories all around, basically doing volume six. But
yeah.
I mean, I was like, fuck, man, this is. And then I got it mixed last June, and I was like, shit, man, they're not gonna fucking believe. And then all of a sudden, we gave it to Brian Taylor, who basically did the single, the last song,
Mhm.
and he had it for pretty much all this time. So every once in a while, I get a message from Brian. And I said, "What do you think?" He goes, "It's fucking stupidly good." I'm like, "Seriously?" He goes, "Yeah, you
Yeah.
fucking wait." He goes, "You fucking wait till everybody gets their hands on it. They're not gonna believe from start to be at the finish that how fucking perfect you guys did this record."
Dude, it is really like I said, it brings back all those fucking memories of the first introduction into thrash and all of that, like all of that shit. And it's fresh, it's got a nice modern like sound to it, but it's the fucking feeling of the 80s is like I'm listening. I love Death Angel, and I'm
Of course.
like fuck, man.
I know, man. They've been fucking really great lately. I've seen them multiple times.
Yeah.
Listen, fuck, who was it? Who's the two guitar players for Death Angel?
Ted
Rob
and
and
Rob. Ted and Rob.
yeah. So Teddy came to see us play in Oakland, and I was fucking stoked about that, man. And he had a lot of nice things to say to us. So let's just say that um, as time has gone on, we're reconnecting with certain guys. Um, between me and you, the biggest fucking tours in North America would be who? Us, Exodus, Death Angel. What would you think? Would that be fucking a big,
I think that would
massive
be a
tour?
I think that would
Like
be a
fucking
fucking
super
killer
big?
tour. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Would that be fucking massive?
Oh yeah.
I dream
Fuck.
about it. I
I would
fucking dream of.
I'd
Listen,
do
man,
I would do
I
every
dream
day to
about it.
that
But
fucking
I
tour.
mean, between me and you, it's just it's going to be just fucking talk right now. But
Well,
I
let
mean,
me
the
ask you
albums.
this, like with Exodus, like I'm gonna touch on this because this is the fresh news. Steve is out and Rob is back.
I know, I know. That was fucking revelations on fucking Thursday morning. I opened up my phone. For me, shit's coming at me fast and furious because the Europeans have gotten it, and all of a sudden I start seeing guys fucking pulling rappers off a new fucking vinyl, new wax in Europe, and the fucking album looks just. I'm like, I'm fucking stoked how great it looks. I'm like, where the fuck is mine? And then I realized that I'm like a week away from getting my hands on everything and being spoiled again, right? So
Yeah,
yeah, it's the buzz is fucking like I can't believe it, man.
that's killer. That's of course, I think for any fan, for any fan of Sacrifice, that's what they want. They want the fucking buzz around the band. They obviously want new fucking music, right?
Oh
They
yeah.
want you guys on the fucking road. So,
Oh yeah.
oh, dude. Like, so
I don't
what does
I don't
2025 look like for you all right now?
fuck, I don't know, man. We're all still working. You can fucking believe that. We all still got full-time jobs. And I go to bed every night dreaming about we're about to put out the biggest fucking metal album that this country's ever seen. And I keep dreaming about us fucking playing some of the biggest shows that I could ever possibly imagine. What that is, I don't know, man. My wife keeps telling me just relax and let it come to you, and that's what I've been trying to do, right? But I mean,
No,
the
don't
buzz is.
relax and let it come to you. Attack that shit.
Yeah, I know. It feels like we might be able to. I'll be able to fucking say whatever I want, and it'll come to me. So that's what it's starting to feel like right now.
Hell
But
yeah.
I mean, I'm confident that the doors will be wide open on this one for this band because the buzz is pretty electric. And every time somebody gets their hands on it and listens to it, they come back and they tell me, man, it's like yeah, they've been
Yeah.
giving it high marks.
Good. Yeah, I mean, dude, it's a fucking great album. Like, holy shit. It's okay that it took 16 years because it fucking punches you in the dick and says, "Come on, let's do this." Like, all right, let's fucking go.
Fuck, man, Tom. I'll tell you right now, man. It's one thing to dream about it, and you got that in the pit of your stomach, but it's fucking it's really really nice to be hearing everybody say it and fucking noticing exactly. Uh, there's been a couple guys that have reviewed it, have got it bang on the fucking money. I couldn't believe it, and nailed it for about the ambience of the album and what we had done. Uh, I know. When Rob gave it to me, I kicked back and I listened to the further. I said, "There's no fucking let up on this album except for two tracks." If
Right.
you really think about it, because Black Hashish, I'll tell you right now, man, is that's a personal one between me and Rob. Because when he gave it to me, I was like, man, if you think I'm not gonna fucking try and fucking make this song into something that me and you can fucking be proud of, I said, then I don't deserve to be in this fucking band. But he gave me that song, man, and we put it on this album, and I could give a shit. I remember guys have written about it right now. I told my wife, I said, well, I said for me, I'm selfish about it because I did it for me, him, and the two guys. And I said, we'll see how everybody reacts to it. And Yeah, it's been great. Right in the middle of a fucking album, probably one of the fastest thrash albums we've probably
Dude.
done in our fucking history. And all of a sudden, we laid on this fucking psychedelic
Yeah,
fucking.
it's like, hold on, come with me here. All right, let's fucking do this. Like,
See, am I right? Am I
yeah,
right? Did it take you that
it
side of your fucking brain
I'm
and just shift you over into left
I'm
field somewhere?
I'm telling you, I'm fucking jamming. I'm like cruising along, like, oh, this is badass. And then it was like, whoo, hold
Out of
on.
nowhere, right?
Like, all right,
That's
let's
great.
it,
Yeah,
it's
that's fucking great.
it is, and I think, it's that's what I miss about a lot of those like older albums is they have those middle of the album, like, hold on a second, you need to take a breather because the rest of it is gonna fuck you up too, right? Like the one of the biggest ones that comes to mind for me is And Justice for All, right?
Fuck
Because you go right all the way to one, and one's like, yeah, hold on, and then yeah, it kicks your ass, and you think then you have a little let up with To Live Is to Die, and then Dyer's
Yeah.
Eve is like,
I'll
boom,
punch you in the fucking face again.
yeah,
That's great, man. You know, we, we recorded the record. I mean, did we have that in mind for it to have that kind of flow? I don't know. I don't think so. When I heard it finally put together from track to track and all the way through compressed, and I was like, yeah, fuck, man, it's got like a fucking nice flow and feel to it. And by the time you get the black hashish, you can sit back and you can let that fucker light up. No.
yeah,
I was like, yeah, man. I was like, and then We Will Not Survive. Like, to be honest, between me and you, that song, extremely difficult for me. Him and I probably spent 6 months trying to nail that song down, and it was a fucking piece of work. Even when we went in and recorded it, he basically said to me, he goes, do you want to record it? I'm like, we could try. I didn't think it was gonna work though, eh? So I what you the finished product on that what you got is yeah, fuck man. We managed to pull that one off.
yeah. What, and there's not a bad song. There's not a bad part in any of the songs. Everything has been super interesting. And like I said, it's like fresh and modern, which is great to keep that fucking 80s like feel, which like Death Angel, right? Which we've
I know,
mentioned,
man.
and Exodus, like those bands have done really well with also. So
Yes.
like
And not letting go of their fucking the
to
stuff
the
that makes them fucking what they are.
right.
Yeah, I know, I get that, man. I've been paying attention for sure with all the stuff that I love and the stuff that makes me go. So yeah, I don't worry. I'm sitting back and fucking taking notice all these years and watching all those bands play because I've been lucky enough that they're all still playing. They've all been still vibrant, and I've seen them at various fucking times over the last 20 years, like especially Exodus. I've seen
Yeah.
them many, many times. And I have not, it's from the first time I fucking seen him play in 1985, and Bailoff was out front. I don't think when you guys, I mean, everybody talks about me and what I represent and what I've given to thrash, but I could not fucking do it without Hunting, Lombardo, and Ulrich.
Right.
And people can fucking talk all the shit they want, but when it comes to metal, those fucking guys I got to see with my own fucking eyes. And if you think that they didn't make all the fucking hair stand up on me and teach me um the proper way to play this fucking instrument and play this genre. They set the fucking bar for me,
Yeah.
and I look forward to to grabbing a hold of the rein and hanging on to it. But yeah, those I want to definitely earmark those fucking guys in this conversation today about this album would not be possible after 40 fucking years of a career in this business without those three guys for
Well,
sure.
it's so funny because you're right. So many people shit on Lars, and
It's fucking stupid, man.
if
I,
and
I, I don't, I don't,
honestly,
I don't fucking get it, man.
it's like
Honestly, Tom, I don't get it. I
in
mean, if you want
in
to sit down and
jest.
talk to me about that
Oh,
shit,
no,
and
no,
we
no.
could make that a whole fucking hour of conversation.
In jest, I have too, but I think something that's really important with Lars. I've always liked Lars as a drummer. The the cool thing about him is he doesn't play like other drummers. He
Yep.
plays to fit the song and not in a specific like time, right?
Yep.
Which is
Yep.
that's I think that's what a lot of people don't really understand with him. That's what makes Metallica so special when
Yes.
it comes to metal. You know,
Yeah.
like they've reached a fucking level that is we all
It's just mind-boggling. I can't get over it sometimes.
right? Like
I mean, they're like the Taylor Swift of fucking metal. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
every fucking dude in the world that has any edge to them at all in their taste in music, fucking will find them, love them, appreciate their catalog, and a lot of guys obviously spending fucking money on going to see them. I know they got two shows coming in April here,
dude.
and they're fucking sold out.
I was looking at tickets for a couple of shows here, and I'm like, I'll do the Snake Pit. And I looked at the prices. I'm like, holy fuck.
Isn't it 1,000 fucking bucks or something?
Dude, it was so
Insane.
yeah, it was fucking ridiculous. I'm like,
Yeah, I know, yeah.
like
But guys want that fucking experience, right?
uh,
If they want it and they want to pay for it, you're gonna charge it. I mean, I don't. I mean, I haven't I haven't done that enough over the fucking years to be able, because I've been just too busy working and fucking playing a show here, playing a show there every fucking year, right? So um, I'm gonna take what I can get.
yeah,
That's the bottom fucking line. And I don't need all that crazy shit. Just give me a couple fucking great places to play with some fucking awesome bands from here on out, and I'll be fucking more than happy to show up and uh,
and tear it
make
down.
people fucking. I'm telling you, man. I can't wait to see the fucking headbanging when we play these fucking new songs.
Hell
And I'm
yeah.
going to be watching carefully because I got the best seat in the house, right?
Yeah, fuck yeah, you do. Well, let me
It's
ask you
fucking
this.
awesome. Well,
How do your kids like
well.
react to you fucking playing?
Oh, interesting you should say that. Because my oldest daughter, she's an absolute music head, loves everything from pop to fucking metal. And then there's my second oldest daughter who, yeah, she can appreciate what I do, but does she really give a fucking shit? Not really. It just never really, that's not what makes her go, right? My son, yeah, he's starting to fucking like he was too young when the 16 album was out, so he never really had a chance to experience what a Sacrifice show is yet. But I think he's going to get a fucking eye opener this year when he goes to the new one.
Hell yeah.
Then he's going to bring some friends along, I'm sure, and then they'll be fucking. I'm sure that the amount of alcohol that they're going to consume will be probably overwhelming.
As it should be at your first couple of shows, right?
Yeah, well, we haven't played Toronto in fucking 8 years, so it's they're
You can
they've
tie.
been yeah, John at the bit with us about that one. So we've we've had some very frank discussions last couple of months about playing local. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing Toronto again. But
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna do it way different this time than I've done it in other years. I've gotten to the point now where I think I'm just gonna have people take my shit, go set it up, and then I'll show up an hour before I play because it's just local home shows are just maddening. I'm never doing that shit again. Or I show up. I've done two local shows here, and it's exhausting. By the time I like, so many people that it's exhausting talking to them all before you play.
Oh yeah.
So for me, I gotta fucking. I think I'm just gonna stay home, get somebody set up all my shit, or I'll go down, set it all up, go home, fucking have a nap, go back, play it, and then see everybody after I play. Because it's exhausting, Tom. I'm fucking telling you.
Oh,
I've gone through it twice now. I'm not gonna do it again. This time around, I got a different plan. Just like the plan I had for recording Volume 6 is the same one I'm gonna have for playing local. So when I come out on stage, I'm gonna be nice and fresh. I don't want to be fucking exhausted, like which happened to me the last time.
oh shit. I bet that's a
Yeah, and it's
nightmare. That's
yeah, fuck you. That's fact.
yeah. Oh fuck.
Yeah, it's true.
What so what kind of shows? Obviously, you've got the Toronto show. Aside from that, what else do you guys have lined up?
Uh, uh, Jason Pewter from Vancouver. He was all over us at I guess, the middle of last year. He knew the new album was coming, so He sent us an offer to play Vancouver. Jesus, man, last fall, and amazing offer. And we were like, yeah, dude, we'll come back out and play for you. It's Scott's hometown, right? So it doesn't cost us a lot of money, just plane tickets to fly out and get get paid well, and I'm sure we're gonna sell a shitload of merchandise this time around playing the new stuff. So I'm looking forward to that in a big way.
Hell yeah.
There's still lots of fucking talk about us playing South America. So I'm hoping that comes about. I know everybody in. I mean, we've already played Peru. Uh, I guess about maybe 6 years ago, something like that. And we just before the pandemic, we played there and had a fucking great time. So there was always a plan to go back to South America. I know the guys in. I know when Rob showed me a lot of the playlists over the last 5 6 years. Santiago, Chile, man, has been number one for like that long.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
not shitting you. I couldn't believe it. And then he got a whole bunch of shit. I guess just at the end of not this year, but last year in 20, just after we did the record 23, and they showed me those guys were number one for fucking forever. I was, I was like, wow. I guess they're waiting for us to come. He goes, oh yeah, that's always been the word. So yeah, hopefully you get a chance to play. I would like to play even in Argentina, or I'd love to play Brazil for sure.
Oh yeah. Lots,
Because I mean,
lot of love
that
for the thrash in Brazil.
exactly. So we already know it's a hotbed there. Uh, Europeans they've been fucking. They're really on us. I mean, they shit the last 16 years of us playing over there, and we only had a chance to play twice now. I think once this one hits the fucking airways, which is just it's just starting to make its rounds now, and I think the screaming's going to be overwhelming.
Hell yeah. I
And
think so too.
it's just like playing in the big smoke in America. It's there's so many places I haven't played yet. I've never played New York City, which is a fucking shame
Yeah.
because I mean there's a lot of history there, and I think they've been waiting a long time to have us pack our shit and walk out on the stage and give them a fucking, a good 60, 70 minutes of a ball kicking. And I can't wait to get that fucking chance. I'll tell you that. And then we'll see what happens. But I mean, I don't know. I think for us, for me, it's what is this new record going to do? Is it going to give us the freedom that I've been fucking dreaming about for 40 years? What do you think?
I think it's what you make of it.
Yeah,
Um,
I know.
like a lot of bands, they get out there, they do the thing, and they want that. I just want to go and play, and that's it, right? I feel like you guys are at a point where you have that. You kind of have the world by the balls right in front of you, especially with volume six, right? I think it's going to come out. I think it's going to crush. And with the right phone calls and the right conversations, it's going to put you in a position to do those tours with Death Angel and Exodus and Testament and all those other fucking bands that are right in that same fucking vein. And all that's going to do is open doors. So it's going to be, uh, in my mind, it's 100% up to you guys and what you guys want. Like, how far are you willing to go with volume six? Because I think the world is your fucking oyster.
I fucking hope so. Been dreaming about it for a long time. From the day I fucking joined this band. But then again, I've seen a lot of things, but a lot of fucking legends.
Yep.
Seen a lot of things. Those moments getting to play with fucking, bands like Megadeth, King Diamond, and they're fucking at the very beginning. Getting to meet Lemmy multiple times. That for me was fucking like, I'm saying, Tom, like
Oh yeah.
some memorable shit. And they've been talking about all these guys, their passings have all been, just celebrated the last fucking 60 days, right? So yeah.
Yeah.
And to see what the possibilities are now. I mean, it's I mean, fuck man, I don't know what to tell you, but yeah, I'm pretty fucking like just I'm buzzing like a motherfucker right now. But I've been feeling this. I've been feeling this shit now for fucking since last June.
Yeah.
You do the fucking month countings
Yeah.
and all the fucking times I've sat back and I turned this fucking thing on in the car and cranked it going to work, cranked it coming home, and man, fuck, man, it's just a matter of time
Well, so
before
what is it?
everybody gets there. I mean, sonically, like I didn't know if it was gonna fucking that snare fucking sound on this album is probably the best I've ever fucking had, but that's because Darius is a fucking genius. I thought, man, this motherfucker's gonna cut through for 40 minutes at multiple fucking BPMs. I thought, yeah, this is gonna be all right.
So what is
And
your
I've got some buddies like that are yapping at me about it already, right?
hell
So
yeah? What is your if you were to say, uh, hey honey, I'm going out on the road for 2 months. We're touring with fucking whoever. What would she say?
oh, I don't think she'd care. I don't think so. I think I think in my family's mind, I mean, especially with what's to come for us. She like, I mean, come on, Tom. She's heard me play this fucking album over and over and over again for the
Yeah.
last fucking like ever since I recorded in September of 23. So now it's getting close to a year and a half, and every time it's changed and it's there's something's been added to it, she's just marveled at what we've done. I know when she first heard Underneath Millennia, she was like, "The fuck out of town! You guys did all that." I said, "I had no idea that was coming." So all the vocals and all that shit on that song, I said, that was all revelations to me. But she goes, "Wow, that's." She goes, "That sounds really fucking good." And I said, I said, that fucking guy is a visionary and he sees things. You know what I'm saying, Tom? I can only see things inside sometimes the 200 and fucking 20 beats a minute.
Yeah.
Sometimes I only see it inside of that. But I drag myself downtown so that we can fucking build that. And then he lets me go home and do my fucking thing and make some money and then we get together and it's nothing like it was in the fucking 80s. Like he's always more concerned about what's going on with me and making sure that I'm fucking happy and I've never being around him all these fucking years like people don't they don't see that even Rico and Watts haven't been around for those fucking those Sundays and shit that we get together but you know I still get up on those mornings. I get pretty fucking buzzy and I get the butterflies and out the fucking door I go and I sit in that bullshit traffic going into downtown Toronto. Those guys can all fucking kiss my ass. You hear me there, Olivia Chow? Fuck right off, fucking cunts. Anyways, but
I'm dude, I'm only laughing because I fucking absolutely get it. I
I know,
absolutely get it.
you know what I'm saying? Like, so to get to this fucking point now has been a long time coming. Like, it's never lost on me how old I am. It's never lost on me how old I was when I recorded it. It's never lost on me where we are in life.
Yeah.
And there's so much so here. I'll just give you an example of how much this fucking album means to me. This is the set of drumsticks that I used that day. I always have a fresh pair of fucking sticks every time I play anything that has to do with this band. I wore these motherfuckers down to almost to a point where I can crack that right hand stick off with my own bare fucking hands. And I thought one of these days somebody's going to pay me a lot of fucking money for these sticks. And I'm hoping it's maybe the Canadian Hall of Fame because it's long overdue that this fucking band gets recognized by this country and this fucking industry about what we've done, both as a band and within the community of metal itself.
Yeah.
Uh, I think we've been good ambassadors for a lot of young guys and a lot of young bands that are coming through. And I pride myself in that as well as those guys. I know they do.
Yeah, I think that's important, like especially for a band that's been around for 40 plus years, the the whole point is in my mind, the whole point is to perpetuate that of metal, and that is fuck the gatekeeping, you know, open up a hand, bring the younger generations in and show them the ropes. Maybe they're going to teach us older fucks something. You,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Hey, listen, I guess that's what makes a guy like myself, Rob, Joe, Scott, we're always learning. I don't think any of us are fucking complacent. I mean, look at Rico. He's a black belt jujitsu. Fucking, he could take you down, break your fucking arms, and choke you out, break your fucking neck in 2 seconds. But the most humble fucking dude I've ever met, man. Most gentle person I've ever met.
Yeah.
And Urban Eddie's so focused on life. I mean, his dad just celebrated 101, man.
Wow.
And yeah, and and I always know that every fucking Saturday he's gone, he's looking out for him, seeing how he's doing. And he's still focused on within his life, yet, he could still give his part of himself to the band and the culture itself. And yeah, for me, I've never been more proud. And then watch, he's just sitting there waiting, sitting in the fucking land of some of the best weed in the fucking world. And he manages to get me out there and fucking get all tanked up on his fucking man. Vancouver never changes, man. And it's funny because yeah, Rob was talking about how Comatose came about and how I remember us the last time we played the rickshaw, like we were going up and down the alleys, and the amount of heroin use in that fucking city is just, man, it's right in front of you going on, like you can't even avoid it. And then how much it fucking hit him, and how that song became relevance mentally for him, and we just had to put music to it that talked about what fucking he's seen and how he felt about it.
Yeah. It's, you know,
And
it's,
it's strange how that works though, eh? Like every fucking theme in this fucking album, you can almost hear how certain things have pissed him off in fucking time. Like think about Missile, right? You put all that shit together, and it's like the shit that's fucking going on in Ukraine and Palestine and shit. Like, what the fuck is going on? They're just bombing the shit out of everybody, right?
they are,
It's crazy.
dude. And we're all, I think, not everyone, but there are, right, key players that are so responsible for all of the bullshit, from
Yeah,
the drug addiction to the mass fucking genocide, and on down the road. And most normal people aren't laying the blame where the blame needs to be fucking laid.
yeah. Everybody's just kind of playing fucking politics all the time, right?
Yep.
It seems like a lot of money's being spent though, eh?
Fuck yeah, it is.
Fuck, a lot of money's being spent on fucking rockets and technologies, and buddies down south trying to fucking close the borders off so that country makes a shitload of money. Not that I don't fucking get it, right? But it's a lot of protectionism going on now that he's back in power, and they tried to kill him multiple fucking times, and
Well,
so they would. It's
the
fucking crazy, eh?
I think the reality with the politicians that we in the States have is they're not there for us. They're all there for themselves. It doesn't matter what side of the fence you're on. They don't give a flying fuck. That's
Don't
exactly
give
it.
shit.
Like
It's
they
all
don't,
fucking money, man. The
yeah.
amount of money people are making is just stupid too, eh?
Now, if they could be like Kim Jong-un and starve people and make more money, they would probably fucking would. And I say that about Kim
Yeah.
Jong-un. I don't really know. That's just the propaganda that we get
Yeah,
fed.
but you know what I'm saying, like, and
Yeah.
then it comes back to fucking bands like us that, we see it with our own fucking eyes, and I mean, we've been around long enough to see and absorb it. That, I mean, when he puts ideas together and he writes a fucking album, like he's been pretty eclectic about and choosing what he chooses to write about and sing about, and pretty fucking poignant on this album too, because man, piss and fucking vinegar. There
Yeah.
hasn't been a guy that says, man, his fucking singing on this one is just fucking unbelievable, man.
Top notch.
It's piss and vinegar. And I
Yeah.
and I agree, man, because he's had me fucking wanting to rip the steering wheel out of the car on quite a few fucking times. Like when he did all the vocals for Antidote, I was like, wow. But it's funny because I'm not privy to go to those sessions, right? That's all in Scarborough, and he's fucking skipping in, skipping out whenever he gets a chance over that period and laying all that shit down. But I mean, I would love to sit down with Darius and go, "What was it like those days? Did you really push him?"
Yeah, no shit. You got need to fucking get some like video in there when he's doing that shit so you can kind of see what's happening. Because
Fuck
I'll
yeah.
I'll bet that behind the scenes is fucking super interesting.
Well, yeah, it's funny you should say that, Tom, because Brian Shelton, I mean, he did the logo for Soldiers. Been a good friend of mine. Got, we've been connected for many, many years. He came in that day. He filmed 2 days of this sessioning with me recording this record. So there is something in the background that's already been done. It's just a matter of whether we do something with it. And he sent me about half an hour's worth of stuff. I thought, fuck, man, if this album comes out and it's as good as I expect it to be, people are gonna probably want this and probably gonna want to maybe dash this in their collections. But who knows? I mean, nobody's really talked about us over our 40 years. Nobody's ever gave not that not that it's expected by myself. I'm just being honest with you.
Yeah,
um, I still think the Canadian industry is falling a little bit behind on who we are, and they've talked about that in Europe, how a lot of fucking bands like Exciter, Voivod, Annihilator have gotten a lot more fucking footing in the press and in, I guess, the mainstream fucking guys that recognize this genre. And we've always kind of been like, yeah, they're there, but who knows, right?
right.
I mean, I, I would like those guys to at least say, "Fuck, yeah, you guys have done a lot of shit over the last 40 years." And not a lot of stuff like some bands. I mean, I'd rather have 6 albums than fucking 20 albums, and I'd rather have out of those six, about what 70 fucking songs that are minto, right? At
Yeah.
least.
Well, I think that's the key, right? Is quality over quantity. Like,
I think that's always been the recipe with us. I always like when I started out, I thought it was fucking overwhelming. Like all I had to do was write 2 songs or 3 songs for that album. And it's like the same shit, right? 7 songs done. And it's like that when I got back to Condemned and it was 7 songs done. This one, he had, you know, various like 2 or 3 or 4 demoed fucking tunes that ended up like Comatose, Millennia, Missile, all these fucking songs he ended up giving to me over time, and I'm like, yeah, these are fucking really good songs, man. And then I sit here now, and you're like, well, you did a full album of this. That wasn't the fucking idea. Like maybe 3 years ago, after the fucking pandemic, we only had like 4 or 5 fucking songs, and then next thing you know, he goes through a writing glut, and boom, we got 9 songs. And
fuck.
then Antidote was literally written fucking maybe 40 days before he went in and did this album. All it was a fucking demo to me. We had one practice and fucking, I played probably the first 30 seconds of that fucking, that riff with him. And he was like, fuck. He goes, okay, we'll just put that aside. We'll get to it sooner or later. We never finished writing it in practice. We got in the studio last day, and we had about 3 or 4 of them witness us put that song together over 3 hours.
Fuck.
That's no fucking bullshit, man. I want to tell you this story because I'm fucking having a blast talking to you, and I think you should have this fucking story, all right?
Yes.
And Antidote was 3 hours and one fucking day. And then when we finished it, like we got about 2 hours into the session, and all of a sudden, uh, we almost scrapped it. And then Darius goes, he goes, hang on, Gus. Talks to Rob. He goes, I think you guys are hungry. Let's have something to eat, and then we'll finish it. That's what he did. So we all had fucking supper that night, and then next thing you know, we went in and laid down the last 60 seconds of that song. So you know where we go from "Let's Go" and that whole push in the fast part. That was the last hour.
That's fucking dope.
I,
So
I
it's
fucking I shit you know, that's how that song came together. And he goes, yeah, he goes, not bad, eh? I said, fuck, man, I didn't think we could do that shit, but we did. But I was, yeah, and
Oh
I,
yeah, you
I
did.
I couldn't wait to share that story about that song and how fast we wrote it, and how it's become like I guess it's going to be as memorable as Soldiers or fucking, in my opinion. But see, between you and I, nobody's heard Missile yet, right?
Right.
You know, am I right? Like
Yeah.
nobody, like, you've heard it, but nobody's heard Missile yet. And well, I mean, everybody's going to be on cracking that in about a week's time. So I don't know. What do you think?
Dude,
Single number two, that's the plan.
I think so many people just are gonna fucking love the album as a whole. You know, you listen to it, I listen to it, and it's like it's as a creator, it would be really hard to go, yeah, this is single number one, this is single number two, because it's like everything is so solid and tight, and it just it flows so fucking well into the next thing. Like, fuck. You, you know?
See, see what when you put it all together. When I hear it, and I think about this record, it's like, man, are fucking people gonna get this? Are they gonna
Oh,
hear and feel the same fucking
yes,
thing I've been feeling like for 18 months, man? But
they
see,
are.
between me and you, I I know the older fucking guys that have known us for fucking years, they get it because they've watched us grow.
Yeah.
Now, this new fucking generation, right? Us that those are the guys that are gonna either open the door for us or they're gonna fucking it'll be what
I'll
it
tell you
was.
right. I'll
What
tell you right
I didn't
now.
it'll be what it was for Condemned. That's all I'm telling you. It'll
I've
be
got
just the
a
old guys fucking enjoying
I've got a buddy who has a son. God, I guess Alex is probably 20 now.
it.
20, maybe
I got
21.
Yeah,
This
I
fu
got one of those.
this fucking kid, like if he can, he goes to all the fucking shows with me.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
I think this album is gonna blow his fucking mind. And I promise you, the minute it's fucking released, it's getting sent to him. Check this out. And he's gonna be like, holy fuck. Like, so I think, it's like with everything. I think people who enjoy thrash and that real fucking like 80s thrash feel, I think they're gonna love this fucking album.
I like the fact that guys are saying that fucking this is pretty close to like anything that could have been released in 85, 86,
Yeah.
which is fucking like, if you asked me fucking 20 years ago when I decided to strap this shit back on again and what had happened, I'd be like, fuck off, man. I don't know. We got this fucking shit still in us. I don't know. That's that's not for me to judge.
Right.
That's for everybody else to fucking judge, right? All I can do is play the music. I know how I feel about it, but now that it's all coming to a head with this one, um, pretty fucking happy for sure. I know the PR company is fucking. They're like, man, you guys are gonna be busy. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
I don't. I mean, I don't mind talking to you guys because I've had this shit pent up in me for fucking so long that I couldn't wait to talk about this record and go. So you think it's fucking great? I mean, I fucking love it. And it's like, yeah, you're saying the same shit already that I already know, right?
Yeah, I mean, but that's I mean, obviously it's kind of what you look for, but you really want it to fucking you you want it to translate. You want it to translate to the fucking public
Sure.
because the
But you don't fucking know though. I mean,
right.
you record it with, that's the intention, right? But I mean, it's still a fucking mystery. Are they gonna grab it? Are they gonna hear it? But uh, in regards to, I think all the steps we've taken to fucking complete this one, and it's like you said, like the one reaction from everybody is the package from the outside in is seamless,
Yeah.
and it's a fucking, like you said, an oyster that's waiting to be fucking opened by me, and I can just wear that pearl right here.
He
Can't
got a
wait.
pearl necklace. Yeah, I can't
No,
wait
I'm looking
either.
forward
I'm
to it, Tom. Fuck, I don't know what to tell you, man. we're fucking we're in a good place for sure.
Fuck yeah, you are. I think, the album's solid. I think you guys are honestly, whatever you want to do over the next 12, 18, 24 months, I think it's right there in the fucking palm of your hands.
Agreed. I agree.
Hell yeah.
So,
Well, Gus, dude, thanks for joining me.
man, absolute pleasure, right? So
Fuck
glad
yeah.
you love the fucking record. To all your fucking fans. I can't wait. I bet you get more fucking streams from this as soon as this fucking album cracks, eh? They'll be
That
all going, "God damn, look, he's talking about the new fucking record."
the new fucking record. That's the,
Thanks a lot, Tom. I really
that's the
appreciate your
goal.
fucking time, man. Enjoy the record. Share as much as you can.
Hell
I
yeah.
mean, it's gonna hit the fucking streets Feb 21st, but everybody starts to get them. Uh, I said to the boys, I said it's gonna be on the streets in about 10 days. I said right away. They're like, no matter how long it'll take before it's all up on YouTube. I said it won't take long.
It'll be up the day it's fucking released, maybe the
Yeah,
day before.
you watch, and then I'll say, but it doesn't matter because the thing about this fucking record is it looks so good and it's gonna smell so good that they're gonna want a piece of it.
Hell yeah. As they should.
Yeah, shirts and the swag's coming. I'm gonna get it next week, and I can't wait.
Hell yeah. Well,
Don't worry, I'll
Gus,
put some shit up. Keep an eye on me. I'll put some shit up, and you'll see. I got some fucking stuff coming my way real
hell yeah,
soon.
dude. That sounds
Hey
great. Well,
Tom,
go and have a great fucking day, brother.
thanks a lot. Hey, pleasure, man.
Hell yeah. Pleasure was all mine, sir.
Okay,
See ya.
cheers.